It just happened this last weekend. So I think we did it 2 years ago, and it was a really big deal. My kids have been going for years, and they keep saying, "Dad, you've got to come to Coachella. They have the coolest bands." And I thought, "Oh, how do I get Duran Duran on?" But we did get on there, and it was a big deal. And so I wrote this last chapter is about the experience of going to Coachella. Behind the stage, to the side of the ramp, our band has gathered. We stepped off the pair of golf carts that have brought us the half-mile from the dressing room in battery-powered silence. The air is warm and electric blue. We acknowledge each other without words, using nods and smiles, backslaps and other gestures of encouragement. Instincts surge. Every other concern falls away. Since 1981, we've released our songs on vinyl, cassette tape, CD, digital audio tape, mini-disc, ringtones, MP3, streaming and download, for purchase or rental. I've long since learned to relax and cease worrying about how the music finds its way to your ears. Just play, just write. As long as I keep those calluses on my fingertips hard and maintain an enthusiasm for making music, I'll be happy most of the time. The addictions are still there, and keeping them at bay requires work, therapy, physical exercise, not too much. Journaling, and meeting up with other addicts in recovery many times each week. It's a big commitment and not to be taken lightly. Red Carpet Massacre was hard. We had massive problems getting the news out that we had a new album. No radio play, no MTV, and no interest in writing about the band at Rolling Stone or The Enemy. But by the time we released our most recent album, All You Need Is Now, things were different. The industry had learned to love iTunes. In December 2010, we released the album as an exclusive digital download. The album went to #1 on almost every iTunes chart around the world. It was one of the most thrilling moments I've had in 30 years of being in the music business. I could feel excitement around the band begin to build again. I joined Facebook and Twitter. Social networking put our fans back in touch with us and put them back in touch with each other. By the time we began the All You Need Is Now tour, which tonight's performance at Coachella is a part of, excitement levels had reached fever pitch. We've come a long way together to get to this holy place, Coachella, and a lot has changed in the last 30 years. Cell phones, computers, SUVs, nose hair trimmers, supplements, Propecia, paperless itineraries, in-room humidifiers, steam rooms, saunas and gyms, pre-show massage, Twitter, Spotify and Amazon, touring with 3,000 songs in my pocket. I think it's 30,000 now actually. And 30 books on an iPad, therapy by Skype, great coffee everywhere. Another difference is out there where there are just as many men as women in the audience tonight. At day's end, my job is to be a catalyst for connectivity, to help bring people closer together, men and women, girls and boys. That's what the music has done for me. I know. Work on that, George. What hasn't changed are the notes that run up and down the neck of the bass, and the feeling that hits you when one note rubs against another in a way that sets the hair upon the back of your neck, and the sound of the crowd, and the feeling of adrenaline that charges through my body when I hear it, holding that 4-stringed machine gun on stage, less than 6 feet away from you. Simon is running through his vocal warm-ups, which we so often rib him about. Nick has a plastic cup in his left hand and he's taking sips from it, now reaching his right hand upward to flash a snapshot on his camera. We all fiddle with our in-ear monitors, trying the volume, listening for interference. A photographer from Spin magazine wants to, we don't have the photo. Okay, wants to take a picture. We assemble reluctantly, everyone just wanting to get on with the show. It's an outdoor festival, so tour manager Craig will not get to give his usual cue to take the house lights down. Tonight that is one of God's jobs. And what a job he's doing of it. A glittering bauble of sunlight fights to stay above the horizon. A full moon appears, a late-coming VIP that takes a seat above the lighting gantry at 11 o'clock high. Nature presents for us a better light show than any human could ever have created. A perfect breeze causes my Buddha scarf to flutter. All the signs are good. We walk together up the ramp. The stage is set. The electronics are primed. The audience ready. Nick walks on first in a black net snood borrowed from Lady Gaga. He walks across the stage and onto his riser, puts down his camera and touches the Andromeda synthesizer, from which issues forth a sample of the exact sound he used to begin our first single, Planet Earth, written and recorded over 30 years ago. My heart is pounding. There is no better time than this, when I am about to take the stage and the future belongs to me. This is what the moment feels like as I walk out onto the stage one more time. Roger's drums kick in, an 8-bar count, and I'm in with him, the galloping groove that started it all for me. 30,000 California kids, eyes and teeth smiling, cameras and cell phones popping, a million tiny seductions all at once. And the music never sounded better. Thank you.